Hello again, welcome back to the channel. So last week, Hell Let Loose updated to patch 14.8, and in this patch it released a new game mode called Skirmish, which I've been having a hell of a lot of fun on, and also as well it updated the British forces to add new weapons and new equipment. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all my latest content in the future. And to launch straight into it, we have Skirmish, which is the new faster paced game mode which revolves around taking and holding one point in the centre of the map. Now currently the maps being played on the Skirmish game mode is hellletloose, which in itself received a massive rework, and also as well Drill, which received kind of tiny little bits of updates, but both of the maps are really quite fun for this game mode, and it happens at a very faster pace of only half an hour. And with typical Hell Let Loose games, what you'll find is that when the attacking team takes the point, that timer will be extended by say 40 or 50 more minutes. But now we have a situation where a game is fixed to 30 minutes, and the way you win that game is simply by holding the flag at the end of the match. And one other point which kind of contributes to the fast-paced nature of the Skirmish game mode is the fact that the commander can only call in medium grade tanks, so the likes of your heavier tanks are not able to be called in while in Skirmish. And also as well, there's no artillery. So I don't know about you, but when I typically play the other kind of game modes, what you'll find is there'll be artillery teams constantly firing shells the entire time, and they're really useful to hold people back and to help to control objectives. But with those gone now, it's a lot more focused on gunplay and being able to run and gun, and in many ways it's almost getting a little bit like Call of Duty, and that was the point of this update. It is to introduce a game mode to help kind of bridge the gap for those newer players coming in who have to learn the ropes of how to play the game, but also as well to keep it fun and engaging so people don't lose interest with constantly being headshotted like they would do otherwise in the older game modes. And on to the map updates then. So hellletloose has had a complete rework. So if you remember the map before, it was very barren, but in this new update, just reading by the patch notes, there has been a 300% increase in the amount of buildings on the map, and it's really fun, especially as you can see in my sniper clips here. Just ducking in and out of the different buildings, taking shots over kind of the barren terrain of the desert is a hell of a lot of fun. Also as well included in the hellletloose update is that rocks and foliage on the map has been increased by 33%. This then means that there's larger kind of rocks, there's more of those hills, which again is really cool to fight on when you're fighting for that central point of the oasis. And one other piece of update for the hellletloose app is the addition of tunnels, or as they're being called in the patch notes, mines. And these are pretty cool because in other game modes which aren't Skirmish, it'll mean that you'll be able to cut across the map and potentially flank the enemies just by running straight underneath them. So it'll be quite cool in the coming weeks to see how the gameplay on that map has to be adapted to take into consideration these new updates. And our second map update was for the map called Drill. So the main changes with this map since it was converted to a Skirmish map is that they've purposely put in place objects to block sightlines, and the main reasoning behind this is that it allows the fighting to be much more close combat as opposed to the traditional way in Hell Let Loose where you get sniped from half a mile away. Also as well, things such as foliage and defensive structures around the kind of main central train tracks point have been increased. Also as well, the underpass beneath the train tracks have also been added with additional foliage. That then means that, especially as you can see in my clips when I'm playing on the night version of the map, it's going to be a lot more of a sneaky fight. You're going to be able to not see people as well, so you're going to have to take things a lot slower, even for a game mode which is supposed to be a lot faster. And the last part of our patch notes is the update to the British faction. The main portion of this is new weapons. So we have the Sten gun being added to the game, and that is a very cool update because now the British factions are starting to get a lot of their unique weapons which they would have had during the time, and you've seen me use it throughout the gameplay in this video today. And also as well, which you have also seen, is the new Thompson. So beforehand we had the British using the kind of American Thompson with the charging handle on the side of the weapon, but now it has been updated to the 1930s style of the weapon where the charging handle is on the top of the gun, and also as well you have the drum magazine and the large wooden handle which is placed at the front of the weapon. The last new piece of equipment of this update is the number 82 grenade, and that is called the Gamemode bomb, and essentially it's a detonate on impact grenade, and as you can see here in the video, it essentially just blows up the second it hits something, and that is going to be a lot of fun when you have to clear rooms or clear bunkers or defensive structures, and you just are able to throw this in and the enemy will have no time at all to react. So those are the main things of the new patch for Hell Let Loose, patch 14.8. I'm going to link the full patch notes below in the description because there's some stuff in there which I've missed. And if you have liked this video, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.